Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you why everything that you've done up until now to really change your life or to take your life to the next level has not been effective. And what I'm gonna share, how we are actually built, what's the mind and the constitution of the mind, you're gonna see why everything that you have been doing up until now has not been working. So when you take the human being, we are constituted of a mind, and we have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. And our conscious mind, it's only 0.5% of the entire minds that we have. So when you want to change your life, when you want to learn new skills, you are actually only using your conscious mind. And like I said earlier, your conscious mind is only 0.5%. So that means when you read a book, when you listen to an audio, when you listen to a motivational stuff, it works like that moment that you're reading it, but later on you completely forget it. It's like no use. It's like you've never done it before. It's like, how many times have you been reading a book and then when you go to the next page, you don't even remember what was on the previous page? It's because you are not taking that information where you want them to be. You're only using your conscious mind, which is 0.5%. And that's why you forget it right away after reading it a minute ago. And think about it. It's like you taking an exam. You prepare for the exam and you actually go and take the exam. And after you've taken the exam, like after a week, 2 weeks, how much of the material that you've learned do you still remember? Less than 5%. Less than 5%. So, like I was saying, you have the mind and you have the conscious mind. Your conscious mind is only 0.5%. And then you have the subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is 24.5%. So your subconscious mind is where you store like some of the habits that you have gotten from your parents. And then you have the unconscious mind. And the unconscious mind is 75%. 75%. So in here, in the unconscious mind, that's where some of like the genetics that you downloaded from your parents are in there. Some of your habits are in there. Like, think about it. Right now that you're watching this video, are you consciously thinking that you're breathing? You're not even paying attention. You don't even know that you're breathing. But think about it. If you had to think about your breathing in order for you to breathe, like how long do you think you're going to remain alive? Not that long, because latest going to bed at night, you're going to fall asleep and you're going to die, right? But I'm going to take it a step further. If you had to think about your heartbeat in order for you to remain alive, like how long do you think you're going to stay alive? You're going to die even faster, right? It's because all of those functions are taken care of by our unconscious and subconscious mind. However, in our life, when we try to learn anything or to do anything, we use our conscious mind, which is just 0.5% of everything. So think about it. And there is a study done by a guy called Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's really famous when it comes to the study of the mind. And he made a study. And after those research, he found out that throughout the day, you are only 5% of the time conscious, you are only 5% of the time conscious on what you are doing. So only 5% of the time you are only conscious of what you're doing. So if you take like a 24 hours period, that's like 1 hour and 20 minutes that you are consciously aware of what you're doing. And you're going to ask me, but what happened the rest of the time? I'm going to touch on it. But however, you do not spend 24 hours a day like awake, right? Most of you sleep like 8 hours, which is too much. You should not be sleeping for that long. So if you sleep for 8 hours, that leaves you only like 16 hours a day. And within those 16 hours, you are only aware of what you're doing 5% of the time, which is less than 1 hour, like 0.8 hours of the time. Are you consciously aware of what you're doing? No wonder everything that you do does not work, because the moment you do it, you consciously do it. Oh, I'm going to consciously think about this. 2 minutes later, you've forgotten it. And you go back to your same old habits. And that's why even when you feel like, oh, I cannot do this, but I have to think positive, I have to tell myself that I can do it. You do that for that moment, it does work. But the moment you stop saying that, guess what happened? You fall back to your old habits, which is, oh, I can never do it. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm not able to do it. So that's why everything that you want to change in your life, you have to take it not to your conscious mind, because your conscious mind is just like a screen of a computer. And the screen only shows you what's in your hard drive. That's why the screen of your computer is showing you. And this is the same thing with your conscious mind. So when you try to do anything with your conscious mind, you're not really where you want to change a program or install a new program, because that's not where the programs are. Your programs, your bad habits, your belief system that I'm not good enough, I will never make it, I cannot make money is too hard to make, that's in your hard drive. And that hard drive is located in your unconscious mind and subconscious mind. That's why everything that you have been doing up until now has not been working, because all of that, they just address your conscious mind. But what you want is to change it in your subconscious and unconscious mind. That's why it has not been working up until now. And that's also why when you say, okay, I'm going to think positive, nothing changes, because like I was saying earlier, you tell to yourself, okay, I'm going to think positive. And the moment you stop saying that, like I said, you are only aware like 5% of the time of what you're doing. When you stop doing that, guess what happened? Your old habits kicks in again. And that's also the same thing, that when you say, okay, I now have to change my thinking in order for me to get something else out of my life, you cannot really do it, because even if you start saying that I have money, I have abundance and stuff like that, it cannot work, because the programs that are in your hard drives are still the same program. And how can you use the same program to generate something new out of it? It doesn't work like that. You have to bring new stuff in your hard drive in order for you to be able to see something else. So that's why when you don't change what's in your hard drive, you cannot start thinking differently than what you have thought before. No one tells you that, but this is how it is. Because if you put something in, you're gonna be able to remove the same thing. You can't put like something in there and expect to get something different. That's insanity. That's why the only way for you to really remove those old beliefs, those old programs in your subconscious mind and unconscious mind is by using TechnoTutor, because that's the only thing that really helps you to bring in new information and to remove all information that are not serving you. Because all of the rest out there, they are just dealing with your conscious mind. But your conscious mind is just a build. It's just a screen showing you what's already in there. And if you want to bring new stuff in your hard drive, you have to use TechnoTutor to actually bring in new informations. That's why what you have been doing up until now has not been working, because you're not addressing the right problem. So if you want to know more about how you can use TechnoTutor to actually really change your life, then send me a message. There's an email there. You can send me a message, or you can also DM me on my Facebook or on my Instagram, and I'm going to show you from there on how you can use TechnoTutor to really change who you are. Not what you think you are, but actually physically change who you are. And that's why we have people who lived with multimillionaires but were not able to make money because they were just taking those informations and holding them in their conscious mind, and therefore not being able to apply them. We take them, they start using TechnoTutor, and 7 months later they start making $70,000 in net profit. Yes, that's what's possible when you have the right tools and you have the right people really supporting you and helping you to get there. And if you want to be one of those, if you are tired of like doing the same things over and over and over again, just let me know. Send me a message and I'm going to support you, because we have, like I said, we have people as well finding their dream partners, their dream spouse, getting married, because they are now changing those beliefs. People who never believed they will be in a relationship because they had such a low self-esteem, but we take them, we work on them with TechnoTutor, we reprogram them, and now they are in a relationships, they are getting married, they are making more money. That's all possible. So just send me a message, and from there on we're gonna chat. Talk to you later.